Okay, I'm back again for part two. There are three things I'm going to be covering right quick. First, it's come out that has announced they are going to be removing videos that question the outcome of the 2020 elections. Now, in the past, I have defended the platforms for censorship, even though I don't like it, because I say this is their platform, they get to make the rules. Then I learned more about Section 230, where basically they get to get a free pass for whatever is posted on there. And if they're going to get a free pass, in that particular case, I don't think it is beneficial for them to be removing posts that does not fit their narrative, especially a political narrative. Even if they could, no matter what, when it comes to a political narrative like that, such as questioning the legitimacy of an election, especially when it's going to court, I don't see how they can do that. I do not support that one bit. The second thing is be wary of, and there will be a link below to that, be wary of social conditioning taking place. I've mentioned stuff like this a time or two before. I saw something my local news threw out on Facebook. And they were doing one of them polls where you thumb up or little crying face were the options. Are you getting the coronavirus, the COVID whatever vaccine? Vote with a thumb up for yes or the little cry face for no. I know that seems innocent enough, but here's the thing. If you look at studying like social conditioning, social manipulation, associating something positive with a desired outcome and associating something negative that is perceived as negative to an undesirable outcome is social conditioning. We've all, including myself, gotten a bit, for lack of a better term, addicted to the endorphin high that comes from the positive gratification of social media posts. If we start seeing thumbs up and hearts and everything else, that gets a little endorphin buzz going. We have been conditioned that is positive. The frowny face, cry, the tears and everything, we've been conditioned that is negative. So in this particular outcome, as inconsequential as it may seem, they're associating that positive response, that positive trigger for, yes, I will get the vaccine, and the negative trigger for I will not. It's kind of like, and I believe I've mentioned this before, when I was a wee jackass in school, and Bill Clinton was running against Daddy Bush. They did this poll. They wanted us to vote not for our favorite, for the candidate we want to win, but for our favorite cookie. And it just so happened the cookie was associated with the politicians. For example, Bill Clinton was chocolate chip. Daddy Bush was peanut butter. And Ross Perot was oatmeal raisin. Didn't really work for me because even then I was a little on the hefty side. I'm trying to do better, but still, I like cookies. I like junk food. I like food in general. It's one of my bigger vices. So I can go all in for all three of those cookies. But the fact of the matter is, it's not lost on me that chocolate chip is considered the most favored cookie. So, from at an early age, they were conditioning us. It could be argued that they were conditioning us that the Democrat candidate is the better option. And Ross Perot, who I think was running as independent, maybe, he was the oatmeal raisin people don't like, which is bullcrap. A good oatmeal raisin cookie is amazing. So be wary of that. That's actually something I would highly recommend you look into social conditioning and social manipulation. One book you can get, and I have read, is The Art of Political Manipulation by William Riker. I think it's William H. Riker. Give that a shot. There's a few others I've read in the past. I don't remember what those are. Definitely, I highly recommend you look into that. You'd be surprised, even with the knowledge I have, which is quite limited, you would be surprised at how much manipulation and social conditioning and everything else that takes place from day to day. Sometimes they just call it advertising, but oh well. Advertising and PR. The last thing I want to talk about, I have not actually done a whole lot of research on this because this has broke within like the last 30 minutes. Like, I got the notification 10 minutes before I left work, was reading the article with USA Today, which I will link below. It has been formally announced that Hunter Biden has a federal investigation going on for his tax dealings. Like I said, breaking news. I don't have a whole heck of a lot of details on it, but I will slap a link down below in the description for y'all to see. This is most definitely a developing story, and one thing I did notice in the article was they pointed out that they're doing this right before the Electoral College votes in a contested election where they're trying to open it up to where the electors can go against the popular vote. They are actually pushing for that. There's several states getting cases going to the Supreme Court. And then you have the what's the word I'm looking for? The projected presidential elect, his son, getting in, going in under for criminal investigations. He's supposed to be the big moral compass, and he and his family were wholesome and just, and this happens. You don't think the timing is not a little suspect, do you? Never ever underestimate the timing in politics. One thing I would recommend is the movie from the 90s, Wag the Dog. That kind of, that's something I cannot recommend you watch that movie enough. At the time, it was considered prophetic because it came out right before Bill Clinton's issues with the interns. So they viewed it as being a little bit on the prophetic side because it basically predicted the outcome in, Kosovo. Anyway, like I said, I'll have some links down in the description below. Let me know what you think. I'm going to try to get the rest of the way home without screaming because traffic sucks. Later.